In his book, Everybody Lies, big data analyst Seth Stevens discuss how honest people are when they search Google, even though they lie when taking online and telephone surveys. If the question is whether people become as honest on Facebook as they are on Google, what will be the answer? Many people would answer that people tend to embellish their lives on Facebook or other social media sites as opposed to when they're doing searches on Google. Facebook says its worldwide usage is on a steady increase and hit 2.2 billion users. But recently, we see many people around us who say that they're leaving the site. Some simply say they're tired of the information overload, while others express their concerns about their personal information being leaked. There are also those who say Facebook has become a place of overly politicized views. For many people, fake news on Facebook has become a big issue too. This negativity wasn't so from the start. Facebook started off as an innovative way of connecting people online. Its news feed functionality can bring updates about your friends and the information you're interested in directly to your screen. Many found it convenient and fun, but now all those concerns about fake news, privacy violations, and politicized comments has caused disenchantment with the app. Last July, Facebook's stock price plummeted, losing 19% of its market cap in only one day, which was the biggest one-day loss of market cap in value in the stock market's history. Still, the newcomers outnumber the people deleting the app, and Facebook's users are on the rise. Many people are curious, including fans and skeptics, how far the world's biggest social media company can go connecting people around the world. Facebook is an easy and great way for staying in contact with people you know. Users of Facebook will stay loyal to the site because they can easily keep in touch with their social network. So I said users of Facebook will stay loyal to the site. That means if you're staying loyal, you will not leave. You'll stay on the site no matter what happens. And they can easily keep in touch with their social network. So your social network, it is your online, the people you know online, but your social network can also mean your people in your office, your friends, your family, people who you talk to on a regular basis. That's what we call your social network. People who post on social media create a false image of how their life really is. So when we say posting on social media creates a false image, it's not a real image. It's something that they want you to think is true, but it's actually fake. For example, 6 months ago, an American rapper took a picture in front of a private jet, but he was found later that day flying a commercial airline, and someone took a picture. So he was kind of lying. He said he was traveling on a private jet, but in reality it wasn't. So that was a false image. Reality and how people portray themselves online are usually drastically different. So reality and how people portray themselves. So if you portray yourself in a certain way, you take pictures of yourself every day, wearing nice clothes, eating at a nice restaurant, going to the beach. But in reality, you're an office worker. You're portraying yourself as something you are not. So that's when we use how to show yourself to someone. Polarizing political views and one-sided news stories have flooded Facebook. So about three things here. Polarizing political views. So if something's polarizing, it means it's on the complete opposite. So if you even take a look at the Earth, we have the North Pole, the South Pole, or in politics, you have the far right and far left. Those are polarizing political views. And one-sided news stories. A news story, in theory, should contain both sides, or it should be fair and balanced. But some news stories only lean in one direction and therefore have an opinion and don't really support the opposing side. It's a one-sided news story. And then we have flooded Facebook. So when something is flooded, we usually use for water, water flooded the house, but you can also flood something with things like news stories. So if there's, hundreds and hundreds of one-sided news stories on Facebook, you can say Facebook is flooded by fake news stories. Biased articles and personal political views are everywhere on Facebook. Just real quick, biased articles. So I talked about before, one-sided articles. Biased articles are about the same thing. If you're biased, you believe in one thing and don't really like or believe the other side or the other opinion. That's biased. Manpower is needed to prevent personal information leaks and monitor news articles from suspicious sources. Adding more employees will affect the bottom line of the company. So we said manpower is needed to prevent personal information leaks. Manpower is just another way of saying personnel or workers or workforce. It's how many people you have working for you. So if we need to add more manpower, that means hire more employees. And it'll affect the bottom line of the company. The bottom line of the company is kind of the net profit, the cost of operating a company. So, for example, if you run a company and you need to hire more employees, that means you need to pay more money to them. That affects the bottom line of the company. It means it'll be less profitable. However, if you fire more employees, that'll increase the bottom line because the owner of the company will get more money, the less people working there. The only way to stop abuse of Facebook is to hire more staff to monitor the site. This strategy would be costly and have a negative impact on the stock price. So for the last one, negative impact on the stock price. So Facebook stock is at 163 US dollars. If they hired, 100 more workers, that would mean a lot of the money that they have in their profits going to be going to hire people monitoring the site. So that would negatively affect the stock price. It might go down a little bit. Thanks for downloading, guys. I hope you had a great holiday. Bye-bye.